What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So let's talk about AMC real quick. Let's have a full discussion on what happened today, some news, some information. Obviously, we're going to start out with the information behind the scenes before we get into what happened today. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget, you can get $10 with Coinbase if you sign up and use basically buy $100 worth of crypto, then you can get $10 worth of Bitcoin. So definitely check that out. But there's some other links down there if you want to check those out as well. Follow me on all my social medias, all those things. So let's talk about AMC a little bit, right? First, let's look at some of the Fintel information. Now, obviously I don't have, or text or anything. So we're going to look at Fintel. We're going to understand what it's showing here. We're seeing AMC. AMC had 37.7 million short volume the day prior. So on the 17th, not today, the 18th, the 17th, I'm sure it's going to be pretty high today with how they were trying to keep it down and the growth that we've seen. And we'll show you that a little bit later. The total market volume was 157 million shares and 37.7 million were short volume. That's 24% short volume. You look at the short shares available is 1.5 million. And then what you can do is look at the short borrow fee rate of 13.91%. That is consistently going down. It was at 24%. We can look at some of the short volume over the last however many days. You can see that yesterday was 24%. The day before that was 30%. The day before that was 27%. You did have a 10% day, but then the rest were like 20, 24, 16, 20, 30. So you had a lot of days where they were shorting a large portion of positions, a large portion of AMC here. You can see that 81.5 million shares on the 13th. That is a crazy amount that they're shorting. Not just worrying about the percentage, but understanding the number, the impact of the number of 81.5 million shares were shorted. That is huge. It's not just like, oh, we sold the position or, we bought, that much, because buying that much would be a lot, but selling that much or short selling that much is even more. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is there's one specific thing, and it's AMC news. We need to look at that. We need to look at what did happen today. And this is one thing that we needed to point out right here. AMC, GameStop, or GameStop and AMC, got that switched up. GameStop and AMC short sellers sit on nearly $1 billion loss. Looking at Ortex data, we can see that investors are estimated to have lost $930 million on their short position in GameStop and AMC over the last 5 trading days. So the five trading days prior to this day, which I would imagine they lost some more today. Yesterday alone, you've seen them lose 200 million each in both of those stocks. So about 400,000 if you wanted to count that. That is crazy. That is crazy to say that they're losing this much. So ultimately, we're looking at this saying this is the beginning of the short squeeze for them to understand that they're losing a lot of money, continuing to lose a lot of money on these shorts that they're taking out. They need to stop doing it. Once we see this start to, dwindle down and we see the stock price end up increasing, which we have seen, in the pre-market, we've seen it jumped pretty much, and I'll get into that in a little bit, but we're seeing the effects of this. We're seeing the effects of the fact that this is the beginning of this eventual short squeeze. And it's going to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest short squeeze we've ever seen because of all of the manipulation that they've done, all of the pushing us down, trying to, pressure us to sell our position. It was just a lot to deal with. Now, as we get into AMC, let's look at some of the detail here. We can see that AMC in the beginning of the day, in the after hours market, actually did increase to 1580, did slowly start to consolidate and then decrease down and slowly fall. As you know that the hedge funds really control this area. They control every part of this area when it comes to trading stocks. The after hours market, the pre-market, they control that. Now, in the beginning, in this pre-market, we've seen 12 million shares, 12 million shares worth of volume in the pre-market. That is absolutely huge. I've never seen that as I've been, going through it and looking at it as of late. I've never seen that 12 million shares in the pre-market before it even opened, was basically above that 10 million mark. I've seen it get to, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, but get to 12 million plus 10 million plus is crazy. We seen in the first 30 minutes, we were over 50 plus million shares worth of volume. And it just wasn't looking good. You've seen that this was increasing, did increase to 1455, and then slowly started to decrease down. Well, rapidly decrease down from the beginning, and then slowly started to come back and then slowly start to decrease to where it started to find a little bit of a stride. But we've noticed that anytime you have high volume, they're looking to push this position down as much as they could possibly push it down. And they did that in the beginning of the day. They had that rise. They ended up shorting it to Kingdom Come as much as they possibly could. And then we've seen that rise throughout the day, getting up to 1440, even getting up to a high of 1467, to where we saw all this buying strength, and all of a sudden it's getting shot back down to $14, just to basically give them a little bit of time, a little bit of room, a little bit of breathing room there. And it's absolutely ridiculous to look at this and say, all right, well, it makes sense that it's consolidating while you have a number of people that are actually holding this position, looking for that to grow. So all of this, all of this manipulation that's going on, all of these strategically placed sell orders with the algorithms that they're creating with these computers is absolutely ridiculous. In my opinion, they need to just give up, because it's going to end up like another Big Short. And I put out a video yesterday talking about the Big Short 2. This is going to be that, Big Short, where it's the biggest squeeze we could possibly get to, and they shorted the heck out of these positions. Now, we've seen in that movie that they were very, very, undisciplined, while they were just, throwing money on the table, basically piling up dog crap and dog crap to make it look like it was a shiny, piece of gold or something. But it wasn't. It was just dog crap with a blanket over it. And, ended up bursting, and they ended up having to basically, get bailed out. And it was just an overall horrible situation. Now, we don't want that to happen. Obviously, we want a short squeeze to happen, but I don't sit here and want everybody to go, bankrupt and have the whole system be messed up. However, I do want them to learn their lesson. Because if they give up now, we'll see a huge short squeeze, but it won't be as big as if the bubble bursts or the rug is pulled underneath them and they're falling into complete bankruptcy and they can't get out of this hole. But ultimately, what we care about is the retail traders getting, what they need, what they want, seeing the little guy win for once rather than that big guy, the big hedge fund. But let me know what you think about this. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, check out some of my links in the description. It does help out the channel a ton. If you could follow me on my social medias, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of those. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.